Gurve Gaurachandra Radhika Tadali Krishna Krishna Bhaktaya Sada Bhaktaya Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare. So first of all, I offer pranams to our Gurudev, Om Sripad Jidandi Swami, Bhakti Vedanta, Narayan Gatsai Maharaj, our old Guru Guru Varga, all devotees, thank you for coming. Madhurika, someone told me you're coming here.
Supposed to be much, but I think that's the time when Didi and Gurudev is not there, so I'm a bit not sure what to do.
Yes, we timed it perfectly.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as we're hearing from Madhurika, this Bhagavad Gita is 750 verses taken from the 100,000 verse Mahabharata.
Maharaj, this is a garland for you.
Ah,
Thank you.
I cannot see it. Thank you. So, this Mahabharata, some places it's called the fifth Veda. It's especially designed, especially constructed for the materialistic type of persons to gradually attract them to spiritual life. So today we'll speak a little bit about chapter 12. Simeon, is that how you say your name?
Yeah, Simeon, yeah.
Simeon. Okay. You have Bhagavad Gita with you?
I do.
Okay, chapter 12, verse 8. You're vegetarian?
I don't eat a lot of meat.
I'll put that as a no.
Not yet.
Okay, well, today could be your day of transformation.
Thank you.
So, this Bhagavad Gita is 18 chapters. So the middle chapters are considered the essence, just like a pearl grows in the middle of an oyster. So the first 6 chapters deals with karma. The last 6 deal with knowledge, but the middle 6 chapters are the essence. And of course, the pearl is Bhagavad Gita, this yoga of devotion. Yoga means to join. So when the soul in its pure state joins with the eternal service of the Supreme Lord, that is called Bhakti Yoga. So Bhakti means Bhaj Dhatu in Sanskrit. There we go. Maya eva mano adatsva maya buddhim aveshayam niveshasya maya eva udavam na samshayam. So Krishna is very kind. In Bhagavad Gita, the door is left open for all grades of persons. Like when we're in little athletics in primary school. If you couldn't get a gold, a first, second, or third place, then you got a ribbon of participation. Lavanya, you had probably a few thousand of them, right? The ribbon of participation. So Krishna, in the same way, he's giving the gold standard, the silver standard, the bronze standard, and then a general standard by which all persons can gradually develop. So chapter 8, Krishna talks about the highest standard of devotion. Fix your mind exclusively on my Shama Sundar form. Offer your intelligence to me. Thus upon leaving your body, you shall certainly come to reside with me. Of this there is no doubt. Sumai eva mana adatsava. I'm going blind, I need my glasses. 1 minute. eva mano adatsva. Fix your mind in always remembering me. Okay, that is what the Gayatri says. Satyam param dhimahi. Always meditate on that absolute truth. Satyam param dhimahi means to meditate. So if you love someone, you will naturally always think of them. So in the perfectional stage of yoga, the devotee can remember Krishna 24 hours a day. Because there are 3 stages of material consciousness: waking, dreaming, and deep sleep. But the soul is beyond these 3. Tuli Avastha, it's called. Tuli Avastha. The soul is not affected in its pure state by material like waking, dreaming, or deep sleep. Tuli Avastha. So the awakened soul, the liberated soul, in all conditions can remember Krishna. We find that hard to believe. When we're awake, we forget Krishna. Sometimes may remember him a little bit with a flickering mind. But when we dream, we fully forget him. What to speak of deep sleep when you forget even yourself? But the perfected soul always remembers Krishna. They always see him with their mind's eye. So Krishna talks, he touches a bit of these things in Bhagavad Gita. One who sees me everywhere and everything in me. So the devotee not just remembers Krishna, but they can see him everywhere, inside and outside of everything. But this is in that stage, one who leaves the body will also, at the time of death, you will also definitely remember Krishna. So again and again in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, one who thinks of me at the time of death, he never takes birth again. He goes directly to Paramdham, the spiritual world, the supreme abode. And from there, the soul never returns. So this is the stage of we call Prema Bhakti. Pure devotion, perfect devotion. Even if you try to forget Krishna, you cannot. Such is his attraction. So if one cannot reach the stage of perfection, then what? Then Krishna speaks the second verse. Excuse me. Verse 9. Yes, Professor, can you stick that on the screen? Ata chittam samadatum na saksnosi maistiram abhyas yogena tato mam ichaptum dhananjaya. Did you put it up? There we go. My dear Arjuna, Dhananjaya. Arjuna has many names, 13 of which he is most famous. Arjuna, as we heard from Madhurika in the introduction, Arjuna is Krishna's cousin, Krishna's friend, Krishna's devotee. So he has many names, and Krishna addressing him by different names. Dhananjaya means collector of wealth, because this Mahabharata is speaking about the war between 2 sets of cousin brothers, the Kuru and the Pandavas. So Arjuna is the second. I think, no, he could be the third, eldest of the brothers. Maybe he's the, no, third, I think he's the third. So his elder brother Yudhisthira wanted to perform a yagya, a fire sacrifice. So this sacrifice, you have to control the kings of the entire world. Then you have right to perform that sacrifice. So it's very rarely achieved. I think it's called Rajasuya Yagya, special fire sacrifice. So you had to conquer the whole world, then you had right to perform that special sacrifice. So the 4 brothers went in 4 directions to conquer the kings of the whole world. So Arjuna, I think Arjuna went north to China and Tibet, Nepal, all these countries. And he brought the kings of all those northern regions under his control. So the kings, either they could accept the challenge and fight. If they agreed that Yudhisthira should be king, then out of affection they would give so many gifts. So Arjuna brought massive wealth for Yudhisthira to perform this yajna. Because when the yajna comes, you have to build accommodation for all the guests, you have to give all the guests some gift, you have to feed the millions of people who come and watch it, you have to give remuneration to the priest, there's so much expenses. So Arjuna was given the name Dhananjaya because he brought so much wealth. So Arjuna may be thinking, how can I remember Krishna on this battlefield? I have to fight this person, I have to fight this person, I have to think of military tactics. So maybe I cannot do, then what can I do? So Krishna gives the silver medal. If we are not perfect, then we can practice to become perfect. Okay, Sione, tomorrow's Ekadasi, right?
It's actually today, Maharaj.
Oh. What did she have for breakfast?
Nothing, Maharaj. Nothing so far. Just water.
Okay, well, good for you. This is called practice, right? Sadhan bina sadyavastu keho nahi pai. In order to achieve the goal, in order to achieve perfection, I have to undertake a process. So that process is called sadhan. In pure devotion, the mind, senses, and everything automatically engaged in Krishna's service because the body is fully spiritualized. Like you put iron into fire, the iron becomes like fire. So in the stage of perfection, the devotee has no more identification with the material mind or senses. They're fully on the spiritual platform. So that purity pervades their entire body. In simple language, their whole body becomes spiritualized. The material body also becomes spiritualized. So in that state, there's no question of the mind or senses going to anything else except Krishna. How can I reach that stage? So that Krishna discusses here in verse 9. Practice. If you are unable to constantly fix your mind on me, then develop an eagerness to attain me by practice. Abhyas yoga. Abhyas means again and again endeavoring to fix the mind and senses on Krishna. Okay? So if you're perfect, you can always remember Krishna. If you cannot do that, you have to practice to attain that state. And that's what we are doing. No? So Rupa Goswami has given the definition of sadhan. What is spiritual practice? Kriti sadyat bhavasya sadya bhav, niti siddhasya bhavasya prakritamriti sadyat. There may be some force, some endeavor, some use of the intelligence to engage all the senses in the service of Krishna to achieve one's desired result. This is called sadhana. That's what we do. Durga, what time you woke up this morning?
6 o'clock.
Huh?
6 o'clock.
Best part of the day is already finished.
Yes, Maharaj.
Lavanya, you scumbag, what time did you wake up?
Just before 6, but I was late as well.
Okay, well, here we go. As the painful truth comes across the airwaves. Anyway, so abhyas means I should, by force, Simeon like that, I should engage by little in use of the intelligence, even though I may not have too much taste to perform that activity. Intelligence tells me this is good for me. This is called sadhana. So the devotee, by the regulative practice of devotion, this is called Vaidhi Bhakti. That pure love has not awoken in the heart, therefore he's doing everything by intelligence. No? I should do this. I know this is the best thing for me, even though he may not be tasting that. So his intelligence is resolute at that stage. But the devotee practices how from first thing waking up till sunlight, till 24 hours, the devotee tries to remember Krishna. Like what we're doing now, we are engaging the senses in the service of Krishna, hearing about him. We're reading the Gita, so our eyes are engaged in service, our ears, we're speaking something, we're thinking something. Like Ambarish Maharaj, how he used all his senses in Krishna's service. By mind, he thought about Krishna. With his eyes, he would see the deity form. With his ears, he would hear about Krishna. Savai Mano Krishna Padara Vindayo Vachamsi Vaikunta Gunanuvano. With his voice and tongue, he would speak topics of Krishna. He would hear topics of Krishna. Kara Harir Mandira Majanadi. So with his hands, he would know he was king. He would clean. He would cook. He would use his legs to walk to the holy places. He would use his head to bow to the Vaishnavas, the devotees, and the deities. No. He would use his nose to smell the offerings. Like Madhurika gave a flower garland. I cannot smell it, but if I was here. We offer it to Krishna, then we inhale the fragrance. This is the prasad of Krishna. Krishna has enjoyed this. If I smell this, I will be purified. So devotees use all their senses in the service of Krishna. A materialist use all their senses in their own enjoyment. But devotee uses all their senses in the enjoyment of Krishna. So this is called abhyas. Again and again doing the same thing. What you do when you wake up, Madhurika? Watch some YouTube for a few hours, have a coffee. Huh? What's your daily routine?
I tried to wake up to do Mangalarti, but didn't do it today.
Devotee wakes up. No, they chant Krishna upon opening their eyes. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. They take bath, put on new cloth, tilak. If they're by themselves, they can celebrate the arti, offering lamps and incense, water, cloth, and to Krishna deity. So in the early morning, the mind engaged in Krishna's service, chanting mantras, chanting japa on beads, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Sionet, chanting on beads yet? Okay. So this is called sadhana, abhyas, again and again practicing, again and again practicing. I think in third chapter, Krishna says, whenever the mind wanders to the object of the senses, by force the devotee brings it back to the self. The self means the soul. Self also can mean Krishna, the soul of the soul, the super soul. So this is called abhyas, the practice. Especially abhyas means full absorption in hearing about Krishna and speaking about Krishna. But most people do not have taste in topics of Krishna. How many people are on the class online now, Madhurika? How many?
30, Maharaj.
Oh, wow, that's a lot. But if I went to porn.com, how many millions of guys would be on there? Just giving an example, right? How many millions of people were watching pornography or gambling, online gambling? Or why they have no taste in topics of Krishna? Because very rare soul in this world have taste in hearing about Krishna and speaking about Krishna. Someone who has developed taste in hearing about Krishna, that person is too much fortunate. Too much fortunate. That means previous life they've done so many good activities. Because this life they like to hear about Krishna. Therefore Bhagavatam says there are two types of souls in this world. Those who are inclined to topics of Krishna, they're like the swans. And those who are inclined towards topics of non-Krishna, Topics unrelated to Krishna, these are like crows. The crow wakes up and where does he go? He flies to the garbage dump. He tries to find the sardines and all this type of thing. And the swan goes to the Manas Sarovar, the pure lakes where there's full of cool breezes, lotus flowers. If you put the crow on the lake, he'll feel restless, not feel happy. A very fortunate person who develops taste in hearing topics of Krishna. So this is called Sakshat Bhakti, direct Bhakti, hearing about Krishna especially and speaking about Krishna. This is called direct Surup Siddha Bhakti, direct engagement in Krishna's service. Like those devotees can chant the holy names for hours, not feel tiredness. They always feel these names of syllables of Krishna are ever fresh, ever attractive. They can hear about Krishna Katha for hours. Like in 1-2 days we go to Delhi. There is 4 hours every day of Krishna lecture. A materialist would go, oh my God, that sounds like hell. No? For them it sounds inconceivable. How can you hear about Krishna for 4 hours? So this is the silver medal. A person who has so much taste in direct service to Krishna by worshipping the deities, reading, hearing, speaking, chanting. So many people do not have taste. Like even you, Simon, you have a Hare Krishna temple anywhere near you?
When I'm in London, yeah, there's the Soho one.
What time the Sunday feast begins there? Like 4 o'clock, right?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll just tell you. It begins at 4 o'clock. Yeah. At 4 o'clock, there's like, I don't know, 50 guys there. But when they're serving out dinner at 7 o'clock, there's 300 guys. Right? Lavanya is one of them. Means I think no taste in hearing about Krishna. The real enjoyment is when they're serving out the food. So I'll go then. But still, this is still something better than nothing, right? They find the thought of directly thinking about Krishna and hearing about him unbearable, but still they have some attraction. So for them, Krishna speaks verse 10. They have faith in Krishna, but no taste in directly serving him. Madhurika, Madam Madhurika. Here she goes. Is it coming up? Or I'll just read it now. Oh, there we go. Abhyaso pi asamato. Asamat means unable to do. I cannot do. Abhyasi api asamato. If you are unable to practice this abhyas means again and again, a regulative practice, then mad karma paramo bhava. Absorb yourself in activities related to them. Because by performing activities that are related to Krishna, you will certainly achieve perfection. What does that mean? Many people, a little unfortunate, they do not have so much taste in hearing about Krishna directly, but still they have faith in Bhagavan, they have faith in Krishna. So they may come and give their donation in the box. They may come and eat some prasad at the temple. They'll come and they'll bow, they'll leave some flowers, they'll give a sack of rice, or, They can perform activities related to Krishna. That's what Krishna says, no? Mat karma paramo bhava. But they're absorbed in activities which are related to Krishna. Mat karma paramo bhava. No? Like Gautamaj would say, like Prabhupada, he made the Hare Krishna movement around the world. And very serious devotees can take initiation and they promise to 4 regulative principles. You heard of them, Sioned? 4 regulative principles? Well, I'm about to spoil your life. You've never heard about them?
Does that include Dikshan Harinam, Maharaj. No.
No. Like no sex outside marriage.
Oh, yes, sorry, yes.
Yes, yes. Are you doing them?
I believe so.
Oh, well, let's run through the 4 and we'll have a look. No sex outside marriage, no intoxication, like ganja, alcohol, even caffeine.
Some of that.
Okay, well, anyway.
Alcohol, caffeine.
Okay. But you're having a puff on the
Nothing
old...
extreme.
Are you having a puff on the old Bob Marley every now and then?
No, I don't like that.
Okay, so you're doing good.
Yeah, I don't have an addictive personality in this incarnation, Maharaj. I don't have such tendencies.
Well, that's lucky for you.
Yeah.
So no illicit sex, no intoxication, no gambling, and no meat eating.
Still some, Maharaj.
Oh my God, Madhurika, you're going to have to do something to help her.
Yes, I'm trying.
Anyway, when you mention this, most people they think, "Where's the exit? Where's the emergency exit? I'm out of here." The thought of abstaining from all these things is beyond their conception, but still, they believe in Krishna. No, so they can perform activities related to him. Maybe they clean the temple. Maybe they wash the pots. Maybe they give donations. They bring some flowers. Maybe sometimes devotees come, they host devotees. They bring some bags of rice to the flower. These are all called, Krishna says, mad, what did he say? Mad karma paramo bhava, absorption in activities related to me. So this also purifies the heart so much. Like there's many stories like this, no? Like I remember I read one story in the Puranas. There was a prostitute. So she would go to the temple to collect some customers. So this prostitute, she was addicted to chewing tobacco. So I don't know if you've chewed tobacco, but it burns the lips. So people in India, you see still, they take lime. You know lime powder, Simon?
Lime powder?
Yeah.
No.
Lime, white powder. They put that with tobacco so it sort of
Okay.
alkalizes and doesn't burn the mouth.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but in the temple, where you find lime powder, because no one sells tobacco products in the temple. So these days they use cement, but in ancient times they would use lime powder as a mortar to fix the bricks. So this lady, she would, with her fingernails, she would scrape the mortar to get some lime so she could chew tobacco as she continued her nefarious activities. So when she died, she was meant to be taken to hell, but there was some intervention. And Krishna said, no, because she used to come to my temple and clean the walls of the temple with her fingernail. So unknowns to her, she did some service to Krishna. This is like an extreme example, but still, she would clean the walls with her fingernails. So Krishna said, no, she would come and she would clean my temple. Therefore, you cannot take her to hell. Some intervention was there. So many stories like that in the Puranas. So if someone thinks, wow, if someone got such a result just by cleaning the temple of the Lord by accident, imagine what result they would get by actually doing it with some faith and devotion. So this is called, what does Krishna say again and again? Mad karma paramo bhava. If you have no taste in directly hearing and worshipping me, then perform some activities related to me. This purifies the heart. And when the heart is purified, one develops automatic attraction to hearing about Krishna. There's so many stories about this. Their devout monks maintain their lives by begging. So materialists may think, oh, they're very low-class fellows, just like parasites, but actually they cannot understand the intention. The intention is not just to beg a few food grains and eat. Otherwise, people who have no relationship with the Supreme Lord, how will they get benefit? So the devotees are very kind. They collect ingredients from the materialists and they engage that in Krishna's service. Then the materialists get the result of serving Krishna indirectly. There's a famous story. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur would send the devotees out collecting rice, vegetables, ghee, oil, salt, maybe some money. Otherwise, how the temple will run. So there was one lady, and every time this devotee went to her house, because they go house to house, Hare Krishna, Hare Bol, then people know, oh, they're looking for some donations. But there was one lady who would just abuse him every day, or whenever he comes once a week. She would just abuse him. So he told this to Prabhupada. Every day, every week when we go, she just uses bad language and abuses. Then Prabhupada said to her, she should give something. So you ask her for the ashes from her fire. Nowadays, everyone uses gas and electric, but in old days, people would use firewood, cow dung, and cook inside. So this brahmachari, this monk, he asked, oh, old woman, just give us some of the ashes from your fireplace. Then the woman laughed because this is fully useless, right? No benefit. So she thought these guys are idiots. She said, okay, you can take that. So she would give the ashes, and the guy would come every week and collect his bag of ashes. This went on for some time. Then that lady began thinking, these monks, what they're using my ashes for? Why they come every week just for ashes? This is like an insult to give someone ashes. No? But every week they take it very happily and they go home. But because she was giving something, her heart had become purified. She thought, let me see what's going on. So she went to the temple, otherwise she wouldn't visit in a million years. So these days people use like steelos. What do you call them in England, Madhurika? These scrubbers, what do you call them? Steelos?
Scourers.
Huh?
Like a scourer or a Brillo.
Scourer, there you go. So these days people use scourers and kitchen soap. But old days they would use ashes from the fire. Actually, if you clean a pot with ashes, it becomes very nice. It sucks up all the grease and becomes spotless, actually. So this woman came and she saw this same monk that was collecting. He was using these ashes from her fireplace to clean the deity's paraphernalia. Like Krishna has his own, in the temple, Krishna has his own special glass, his cup, his bowls, So he was using the ashes from her fireplace to clean these things. Then when she saw that, she began weeping bitterly. I mean, she had a full change of heart. Oh, no. So the devotee, just by giving ashes, the devotee was engaging her ashes directly in Krishna's service. Her heart became purified enough that she could come and visit the temple, and some revolution in consciousness occurred. No, so this is the this is the expertise of the devotees. How to create good fortune for those persons who will not come to the temple to hear about Krishna. Therefore, many times the devotees organize festivals outside. Right? Maybe few people will come to the temple, but the devotees go outside and with their own money, they spend their own money, their own energy to have. And Gurudev would say, we have these big festivals and they distribute food to thousands of people. And the Gurudev said, why are we really doing this so much expense and spending so much money and effort to make these big, huge festivals? It's just to bring people so they can hear something about Krishna. No, so this is what Krishna talks about. No? Mad karma, no? What is it? Again, mad karma paramo bhava. They can engage their energy in Krishna's service by donations, by flowers, by foodstuffs, by time. No? Maybe they'll come, they will not come and sit and hear a topic. They will not hear class of Krishna, but maybe they'll clean the footpaths or do some gardening. And by this, the heart is purified. And when the heart is purified, one has a natural inclination to hear about Krishna. So in verse 11, Madhurika, if you may, Krishna is given the gold medal, the silver medal, the bronze medal. If however you are unable to work in this consciousness, oh, hang on. The Krishna says, better than sadhana. What verse did you just put up there?
11, the next one.
If, however, you are unable to perform this abhyas yoga, then take shelter of the yoga of offering all your works to me. But with a controlled mind, renounce the results of your actions. So be offering the results of your work, like Lavanya works. Lavanya earns 800 pounds a week. But every week he gives 5 pounds to Krishna. Actually, probably less, because 4 pounds to Krishna. So this is what Krishna, if you're unable to perform like hearing and chanting, then take shelter of the yoga of offering your works to me. The result of your work, give that to Krishna. No? And that is good. That gives a good result. So better than sadhana, Krishna says. Devotional service and practice is the attainment of transcendental knowledge, direct realization. For such knowledge gives rise to meditation upon me. This leads to incessant contemplation of me performed in accordance with scriptural injunctions. Through such remembrance, a person easily abandons all attachments to the fruit of his actions, such as going to the heavenly planets and liberation from birth and death. After such renunciation, one achieves peace of mind. Right? So, yeah. It's the result of offering your activity to Krishna. Heart is purified. When heart is purified, you take pleasure in hearing and speaking about Krishna. When you take pleasure, when the heart is more purified by Shravan Kirtan, then one can achieve this platform of constant remembrance of Krishna. Okay. So Krishna gives the gold medal, the silver, and many, like this Ashes story I told, there's many stories like it. Gurudev would tell a story, there was one saint who would go begging door to door, Hare Krishna. Then one woman, old lady, she became angry, you bloody parasites, and she was cleaning the floor with a rag. So she threw that rag at the devotee, like as an insult. But devotee's vision is different. He thought, well, finally she gave something. So he took that rag home and he washed it very carefully. Then he picked out the fibers one by one, the thread one by one from the rag, and he made a ghee-wick. Simeon, you know what a ghee-wick is?
No.
It's like a candle. Same principle, right? You got the thread in the middle and it burns the wax, but instead of using wax, you use ghee, like coconut oil or ghee or something.
Yeah.
And you make like a cotton bud in the middle. But he used the threads from this woman's rag. And then these ghee-wicks that he made from her rag, he would offer arti to Krishna every day. Because now her things were being used in Krishna's service, her heart became purified. So when he came round next time, her heart melted. Oh, my dear sir, I'm very sad. I abused you last time. Please welcome. Come purify my house by placing your lotus feet here. Means she developed so much change in heart. And when someone is faithful, then they can hear about Krishna. Well, so Krishna gives the gold medal, the silver medal, and the bronze medal. So my devotee who is non-envious, Devotee is always thinking of the upliftment and welfare of everyone. Who is compassionate and friendly towards all living beings. Right? What's her name again? Has she left us?
Shonette,
Yeah.
she's here.
Oh, she's still there. Okay. I think she signed out. So what is the nature of devotee? Non-envious. Compassionate and friendly towards all living beings. See on it? That includes the fishes and the chicken. Right? We should see all are related. All are like brothers and sisters. All our souls related to the same Supreme Father. As one's own body is dear, there we go. Free from feelings of possessiveness for sons and family members. They never think sons, daughters, family members are mine. They think these are also Krishna's servants. Devoid of false ego. And even-minded in both happiness and distress. We are very easily, we get some enjoyment, we forget everything. We get some distress, some suffering, we also forget Krishna. With devotees equipoised in both happiness and distress, they remember Krishna. They know happiness is temporary, and distress is also temporary. Who is forgiving, ever content. They're always peaceful. They do not desire anything, therefore they're always happy and satisfied. Endowed with devotion, bhakti yoga, in control of their senses, fixed in determination. What's the time there in England, Madhurika?
It is 11:13.
Simeon, have you eaten anything this morning?
No.
No. Have you ever done a Ekadasi?
Fasting?
Yeah.
Well, I fast 18 hours a day anyway, but I will be doing a 3-day fast at some point. And then
Okay, so today's the day. Today's Ekadasi, special day. We fast twice a month.
Oh, okay.
Right.
How long?
So you've already done the hard work. Just when you eat, you can eat anything, but don't eat any grains or beans. No bread, pasta. Today, just eat fruits and roots, dairy products.
Okay. What time do we break
Then
fast?
you get, Madhurika will tell you, tomorrow morning.
Okay.
You can eat when you normally eat, but just don't eat any type of grain, like bread, pasta, rice. Just eat fruits and roots. Madhurika will fill you in. Today's your good day, Simon. Today you get a chance to serve Krishna by fasting on Ekadasi. Tomorrow, we celebrate tomorrow in India.
Okay.
So they control their senses, they're determined, and their mind and intelligence both dedicated to Krishna. This person becomes very dear to Krishna, who has all these qualities. He who neither disturbs anyone nor is himself disturbed by others. Madhurika, is that you? Are you disturbing people? I know this verse also rules me out. I'm not disturbed by others, but I do relish disturbing others. Who neither disturbs anyone, nor is himself disturbed by others. Right? Friend of everyone. Who is free from mundane happiness, intolerance, fear and anxiety. Right? It's certainly dear to me. Very high qualities of the devotee. The devotee has all these qualities. They attract even Krishna. Imagine. Fear and anxiety. Anxiety means fear of the future. What will happen? Madhurika, if the war goes on another 2 weeks, how are you going to drive to college?
Oh,
Or do you just get the bus?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
The materialist is always in fear. What will happen? And anxiety, what I have, how I protect. The devotee free from fear and anxiety. In the future, Krishna will protect, and now in the present, Krishna will protect. Therefore, who develops all these qualities becomes very dear to Krishna. Dear to me is that devotee who is not dependent on mundane or social activities. Is that you, Madhurika? Who cares what the family thinks? I will serve Bhagavan. Who is pure, expert, detached, free from all agitation, and careful to avoid any activity unfavorable to devotion. These are all the qualities that devotee naturally develops. You know, like when the queen enters, she has many maidservants following behind. So when the queen of devotion enters the heart, then all these good qualities automatically enter the heart of the devotee, accompanying Bhakti Devi. He who neither delights upon attaining that which is pleasing, nor detests attaining something undesirable. We attain something we like, we become too much mad. And we attain something we don't want, we become too much miserable. The devotee has crossed all these things, but always remembering Krishna. Who neither laments for the loss of anything, nor hankers to attain something he does not have. Who renounces pious and impious activities, and who has devotion to me, that devotee is very dear to me. Well, I've not read this 12th chapter for a long time. Being blessed with my devotion, he who looks equally upon friends and enemies, who is equipoised in honor and dishonor, heat and cold, joy and anguish, who does not take any kind of mundane association, who is equal in both praise and criticism, who speaks nothing but topics of Krishna, Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita means speaking about Krishna or speaking that which was spoken by Krishna. Who remains satisfied with whatever comes to him by the desire of the Lord for their maintenance, be it to his taste or otherwise. Who has no fixed place of residence, even though they may live in a home, they always think this is not mine. Who has unflinching faith in the conclusions in the topics of Guru and the scriptures. Such a devotee is very dear to me. Those devotees who engage in exclusive devotion to me with firm faith and who worship this religion that I have described are exceedingly dear to Krishna. Okay, there we go. Today was a real bath. Sometimes we think to become a devotee just means putting some tilak on our forehead. Hey, Radharaman, are you coming to Delhi for the Bhagavad Saptaha? Roland, Radharaman, can you hear me? I guess so.
I can hear you. I would love to come, but
Are you coming?
No, I cannot. I cannot. My passport, because of my passport.
Okay,
now,
well, we had 6 months to arrange that.
Yeah, I know. My mistake.
You're Swiss, you're meant to be very organized.
Normally, yes. But not this time.
Alas, the Hare Krishna movement has captured another victim. Are there any questions from anyone? Right. So one thing I may add, we're hearing about all these amazing qualities of the devotee, right? They neither hanker nor lament for anything. They're not attached or despise anything. They're equal to friends and enemies. No, we read about all these qualities. And we hear devotee has all these qualities. So I should make some special endeavor to attain these qualities. This is incorrect thinking. The only one quality we have to attain is the love for Krishna, devotion to Krishna. No, this is anga. Anga means body. And angi means limbs, like fingers and toes. These are limbs of the body. So we should not try to separately develop all these qualities. By developing devotion to Krishna, all these qualities come automatically. Otherwise, simply developing these other qualities without devotion to Krishna, this is useless, like putting ornaments on a dead body. Right? If you put lipstick on a dead body, makeup, no benefit for the dead body, no benefit for anyone who looks at the dead body. So all good qualities without devotion to Krishna are like ornaments on a dead body. And all these good qualities will come by practice of devotion. So the idea that I will develop separately these qualities, this is also incorrect. It's another form of, it's called Sangha Siddha Bhakti. But that's another topic. Okay, so I don't know if we'll be able to do this next week because we have our Bhagavad Saptaha. Actually, I'm quite 90% sure, 100% sure we cannot do it next week. Are there any qualities?
Questions? I don't have
Did I
any
say
questions.
qualities or questions?
You said
Are there any
qualities, right? Simeon, do you have any questions for Maharaj?
Not on the teachings, no.
Or even about life or anything?
Well, there's another big question.
Are you vegetarian, Simon? Try and become
Yeah.
vegetarian this week.
Okay, it'd be easy for me to do that. Yeah, I don't eat
Right.
very much.
At least one of the qualities we should develop, Krishna says, the friend of everyone.
I could ask you then, trees, I mean, sentience of plants, and also, not that I'm saying this, I'm just curious of this, and that if an animal in service, so say, I mean, in various other culture, other ways of other beings, they will, before they kill an animal or hunt, they will, in inverted commas, pray and ask for this of the animal, and then they will thank and be grateful. And because also with reincarnation, it's a kind of relevant, in a way, our life in the physical body here. Not irrelevant. I mean, it's very important part of the process of growth. But so yeah. So this isn't really a question. It's just something that I understand the necessity. To become vegetarian is to have a lightness to you. Plants, will survive through light, and we will ingest the light, and it will make us ultimately lighter or of light. So this is a true reason to follow that way of ingesting sustenance.
Non-violence.
Non-violence, absolutely.
If you try it 1 month, you'll never go back. Such a change you'll have.
Thank you.
Especially you fast today, because it's a special day. Ekadasi, then it will become very easy to give up bad things. These days have their own.
What is this day in terms of the cosmic structure? I mean, well, how come today is the day?
Ekadasi means 11 days after the full moon.
Okay, thank you.
And 11 days after the dark moon, this day is called Ekadasi. Ek and Das means 11. So this day is Krishna's day. It's reserved exclusively for his service. It's a special day for Krishna.
Okay.
So on this day, we sacrifice the normal happiness of life, which is eating, to increase our service to him, to increase his enjoyment. It's called the mother of devotion.
Okay, thank
So
you.
I'll tell you another story. Like the prostitute cleaning the wall, there was a Brahmin. He'd fallen up. Here's another prostitute story. He'd fallen in love with a prostitute, and he'd spent all his money on her. And he went to her, but he had no more money. And as they say in the trade, no money, no honey. She rejected him. So he was so brokenhearted by being rejected by her that all that day he could not eat, he could not drink, he could not sleep. And that was a holy day, like today, Ekadasi. So somehow, by accident, because he was just crying all day, he did not eat, he did not drink, he did not sleep on the holy day. So his heart became purified. Next life, he got an amazing destination.
There we
Even
go.
though we don't know the power of these days have their power.
Indeed, there are.
That's
It's a
another
gift.
topic.
Yeah.
What do you do, Simon? What do you look like a man of leisure? What do you do?
Well, I'm currently looking after my mother who has dementia in Dorset in England.
Well, that's no life of
live-
leisure, is it?
Well, it depends. You learn compassion, you learn patience.
No, it's a good thing. You should do.
Yeah, but I'm an
if you get a
actor by
chance.
trade.
Oh yes, I thought so. I was thinking a man of leisure. There we go. How interesting.
With that, yeah, and it's a gift because that we can devote our time to the study or the exploration of. I was talking to someone this morning about instead of there's no meaning in anything, but there is revelation. So through study, you do not learn the meaning. You have your own revelation of your own personal expansion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Own realization. No, that will come by practice.
Yeah, sure.
As you like today, you're sacrificing something for Krishna by not eating grains and beans. So he will also give something to you. You watch. Okay, I have to run. There's main class outside. No
Okay,
rest for
Nice
the
to meet
wicked,
you.
as they say. Haribol.